Thomas Rigby, my condolences go out to him and all his supporters, his family back at home watching. I'm sure they're going to be disappointed, but I think Tom will definitely go into Brazil, so stay tuned. He'll be going to Brazil, and unfortunately he won't make it and coming in third, Elias Seoane, and making it through is Chase O'Leary and Damien King.
All right, Mark McCarthy, we do have Eric Roy on standby, ready to take over the hot seat. Any last words before you head out to your heat?
Yeah,
coming up in round number 3.
Yeah, I'll be up in round 3. I don't know what heat yet they're gonna have to do the reseeding, but yeah, thanks for everyone watching back at home. Richards Bay, I'm sure my mom, my dad, everyone's watching. Yeah, lots of love for everyone around the world, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right, thanks, Mark McCarthy. We'll see you later on today. I'm actually gonna cruise around the center of town tonight and do a cool little Manny Vision video clip with the South Africans, which it will include, the boys, Jared Houston, Mark McCarthy, Sasha Specker, and shoot, who else is here? But now, Eric Roy coming into the hot seat. Eric, fill me in, man. Who are you?
Oh, thanks for that. I'm from the Gold Coast. I've been bodyboarding for around, 6 or 7 years. And yeah, basically I've just, I've finished school like last year, and I've just been trying to, do as many things as I can with bodyboarding, and this is a year that I'm really trying to get my name out there and whatnot, and just really trying my best just to get a lot of experience and everything like that. So yeah.
Well, how much travel time have you put in? Cause
I've only been to Hawaii this year, and and then this is my second trip overseas.
So you've never left Australia until Hawaii, and now you're in Chile, halfway across the world.
Yeah.
What's that like? I mean, have you gotten sick like most of us?
Yeah, I did. I got pretty ill. I had like a chest infection when I got here, and
oh no.
Yeah, I've been actually sick like the month before I came here as well with something, so it just didn't help.
Well, I'll tell you right now. As soon as you get more time on the plane and in airports and more foreign food, your body will become more accustomed. So don't worry about that. Don't throw your passport away because you want to keep traveling. So are you having a good time though?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love it. I love traveling so far, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying myself.
I want you to explain to everybody watching this wave. I mean, I've given my perspective. You've heard a bunch of the top pros give their perspective, but somebody who hasn't been here before and who has been out in these waves in some big conditions.
Yeah.
What is El Gringo like to you?
It's really intimidating. If you haven't surfed it before, it's here we go.
All right. I'm going to get you back with that question, but right now, up and riding, Adam Morley. Adam Morley, the South African, shrieking, drops from that high line, gets all the speed possible. Whoa, tweaks that invert. Nice, clean move right there for Adam Morley. He's not done yet. He wants to do something on that inside on the rocks. But, so El Gringo, heavy on the inside section, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's pretty much breaks right onto the rocks. You can't even tell until you see it with your own two eyes. And, if you haven't surfed it before, it's really intimidating. My first session out here, I was really nervous, but after a few surfs you get more comfortable, you start to know what to do, but still, even I don't even really know how the guys do it, just Winnie and all that sort of stuff. They've just got a nose for a barrel, and they just definitely know what they're doing out there. So definitely want to come back here next year and just give it another go and just keep on trying out there. It's just such a sick wave. It's one of the most intimidating waves I've ever surfed. So here we go. We have Red up and riding.
Jared Houston, the South African, trying to redeem himself. And here he is, tucking into the barrel. Nice, clean, fast barrel right there. Gets some tube time and tries to stall, but figures out there's nothing really left to do after that barrel. But nice, clean, long barrel. He was deep.
That was really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Manny V holding it down in the hot seat with Eric Roy, giving you the live webcast for the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge here, brought to you by BSC here on Isla Alecran. And this is it. El Gringo is delivering the goods. Also, the locals like to call this spot Flopos. They're really, I I don't know, I guess called locals.
Yeah.
They want to give it their own name. I mean,
Yeah.
they call this spot Flopos. If you ask any of the locals where's Flopos, they'll direct you here. You'll say, oh, Gringo. They'll probably send you to the other side of the Andes.
Hence the name Gringo. So, you know,
All right,
it's
let's-
sort of
What was that?
it's just I've just read a book about it. How you know. Oh, here we go. A replay.
All right,
So
here
we
was
have
the
Jack-
split peak. Yeah, Dallas Singer's left.
Yep. So he's sort of pulling into. Yeah, he's just came out of that barrel then, just carves down the bottom and just tries a spin there. So, and that's gonna do it for him.
All right, looks like there is some action out the back. So standing by. Oh, we're
Here's
going to show
Jared
you
Houston's
one more time. Yep.
Yep. So yeah, he's just really deep in that one and just comes out clean out of that one and just pulls off.
So we brought you up to speed what went down. And currently with 24 minutes remaining in this heat, this 30-minute heat, this is the last heat of round number 2, and the elimination round, where 2 riders will bow out. Let's take another look what was going down just seconds ago. This was Dave Hubbard sneaking in under the barrel. Nice, clean barrel riding. And you'd probably just see it for a split second, but he did end that barrel ride with a big roll on inside the barrel. It looked like a barrel roll for David Hubbard. And we just missed that as we just were showing you the other replays, but David Hubbard, definitely a contender.
He definitely is.
So what would you do if you saw him in your heat? Just the look.
He looks like a pretty scary guy. But you know, he's a friendly guy, and but yeah, no, he surfs sick. He's a really good competitor. Yeah, he definitely surfs this wave good. Just as you could see from that wave, then you know, he's just deep in the barrel, and you just see him roll out of it. So, yeah, it's just you know, you can tell he really wants it.
All right, we're going to bring you up to speed right now with what we have going on. 23 minutes remaining in round number 2, heat number 12. That's the 12th heat of the main event, but it is the 4th heat in round number 2. And taking a look, live action, Jared Houston.
Here we go, rider up in red.
Oh, my.
Massive invert. And he lands clean.
You'll notice the riders, when they go right there, you will hold this high line on the takeoff. That is to maintain as much speed as possible. The higher on the wave you are, the more speed you will draw from the wave. And you'll just see him release that rail, come down to the wave with all this speed, and then come back up and hit that lip like Jared Houston did right there. All right, here's another look at that wave. And
so here we go. Yeah, as you can see, he's got that high line, and he's just drawing the line straight for the bowl, and boom, does a big invert. Lands hard in the flats, and he rides out of it clean.
Jared Houston, the South African, made a huge impression last year on the 2011 World Tour, showing no fear on the massive waves from all over the world. The IBA World Tour 2011 just had a phenomenal year with waves big everywhere that we went. So it's pretty amazing to watch. Jared Houston is no stranger to big surf and big moves. So as we were looking down, waiting for that last wave of Jared Houston to drop, 22 minutes remaining. Bring us up to speed.
All right, so yeah, so in first place we have Dallas Singer. Yeah, with the six. Oh, here we go. Adam Morley. Here we go. He's drawing a low line on that one, and does a big backflip out of the bowl.
Nice.
And just regains his board. And Dave Hubbard scooping into the left.
Oh no!
Oh.
Section came out. If he comes out of that, oh my! I thought he was done way back there, but he almost made it out. The section came it totally just dumped over him, and I thought he was done, but you saw a little bit of him inside the barrel at the very end. Wow! If he would have made it out of that, that would have been insane. More action out the back. Look at this. Red and white are the only ones out there. Who has priority? I'm going to say, wow, none of them take it. It looked like, yep, that wave just went away from him. Here's another look at Dave Hubbard's wave.
Yeah, so here we go. And he knows how to ride a barrel. Look at that. And he's just trying to drive through that section there. And,
I thought he was done, but look at this. You can see him right there. Oh, that's where he's lost it right there, the rail. And the shockwave inside just knocked his rail off. and that was the end of the road for Hubby.
Yeah, that's right. That's a really dangerous part of the wave there as well. That's somewhere you got to watch out for. So if you're not going to make it out of that barrel, you're just going to really want to try and pull through the back there.
All right, check it out, Eric. We do have the winner of the last heat with Leo downstairs. Leo, where you at, brother?
Thanks, Manny. Yeah, I'm down here with the lovely Land Chili girls, and of course, Heat 3 winner, Damien King. Damien, show your face.
Yeah, no, oh, shit, sorry. Yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked. Got first. Got the girls here for support and a little bit of elbow action on the side, so yeah, things are going pretty good.
Mate, he's still alive, as a pressure cooking heat. What were you thinking when you first paddled out and you knew how to get a good score straight off the bat, or what was your strategy?
The other two guys in the heat were younger than me, so I just thought stand over them, get the first wave in the set. That worked pretty well, and then just coast through and look for the bombs.
Well, you're still alive. It's like someone just tapped you on the shoulder and woke you up. You got the new podcast out, and things are looking good for Damien King.
Yeah, mate, we're going platinum on the podcast. Dre's just bloody taken over it, and just like to thank everyone who's been supportive and that, and like everyone's been real supportive, and it's all good. Just cruising. Got next heat. I hate those heats, elimination heats. So that's my serious voice. It's time to get the show going. Try to get through a few more.
Yeah, well, we'll probably see you in round 3, maybe today, if not tomorrow. But you've done well, Kingy. You're still alive, mate, and it's always a good interview with Damien, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I can't believe the massage you were getting off these ones earlier too.
All right, Matty. Back to you in the booth, mate.
Surprised, Eric. I mean, I did not expect that at all, but it is the Joker.
He is the Joker.
So have you been lucky enough to hang around with this guy?
I've been seeing out at dinner a few times, and he's just always got a bag of tricks up his sleeve.
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah, so I'm not staying with him, but
I don't know if you want to stay with him. I'd be nervous staying with Damien King anywhere around the world. You never know what would happen. So Kingy, he's stoked. He just won the last heat. He, along with Chase O'Leary, advance on to round number 3. Currently out in the water, 18 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Dallas Singer, 2 solid scoring waves, 8.17 and 6.17. That is going to solidify his first place lead. Adam Morley on the other side of the spectrum, needing a 7.33 to get into that second place spot. Again, this is an elimination round, which means only 2 riders will advance on. And look at the names. I mean, 2 of these guys aren't going to advance on.
No, it looks like a final almost.
Panamericana.
Yeah.
So you see Dallas Singer. He's actually got a couple responsibilities on this trip.
He does. He does a bit of work here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's putting his hand in some of the things that need to be done around here, but at the same time trying to concentrate on advancing on in this competition. So he's got his hands full. Looks like there are some waves coming in out the back. Who is in position? A lot of these riders are just going up and over these waves where at my home break, there'd be like 3 people splitting that peak.
Yeah, that one was a bit foamy, though. It was just after a even bigger, wider bomb. So, anyway, we have Nick Gornell in the competitor area getting pumped up for his heat.
Yeah, he is hungry. And you know what? From all the free surf sessions we've seen of him out here, and in his heat, in fact, he is absolutely on fire. And he is the wild card.
Yes, he is absolutely tearing that position. He's yesterday, his heat was incredible. That invert. Oh, that was insane!
Right off the bat, the first wave of his heat,
yeah,
was an amazing invert air. And if you didn't see it, we do have the heats on demand on our YouTube channel, IBA, YouTube.com IBA World Tour. There you can just click on heat number. Which heat was he in? There he is, right there.
So heat number 5 from.
Round number 1.
Round number 1.
Main event. So click on that heat. You'll see Chase O'Leary just getting nuts. Look at the Joker once again. You know what? He is such a ham. Every camera, he's in front. He will love it.
We have red.
Look at this. Jared Houston barely sneaks under the lip. Can he maintain? And he comes out of that one. I can't believe he was able to maintain. You saw his board, his body and everything just bouncing inside of the barrel. And we talked about it the other day where when the tide starts coming up, the water rushes up onto the rocks and wants to flush back out to the ocean. And when it does that, it sends little waves back out in the ocean, causing little bumps. And you can see his board just bouncing. Look at that. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. And he's inside the barrel bouncing as well.
So
I thought
deep.
he was done.
And there we go. Comes out. Has time for a reverse.
Wow, nice. I mean, you have to be fully focused and concentrating to be able to come out of a barrel like
Definitely.
that. Jared Houston looking for an 8.74 to get into that first place spot. But again, top 2 riders are advancing on, and 3rd and 4th will be knocked out of the event. So this is a crucial heat for Dallas Singer, Jared Houston, Dave Hubbard, and the rider in
Adam
blue,
Morley.
Adam Morley. Oh, my. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 12 minutes, 35 seconds remaining, starting from the bottom. Where we at?
So we have Adam Morley in the blue. He needs an 8 to be in 2nd place. His best wave score is a 5.1 and a 4.67. Then in 3rd place we have Dave Hubbard from Hawaii in the yellow. He needs a 9.37 to be in 1st and needs a 7.13 to be 2nd. His best wave scores are a 6.37 and a 3.83. Jared Houston, he needs an 8.74 to be in 1st place. His best wave scores are a 7 and a 6.5. And Dallas Singer with a total of 15.74 with an 8.17 and a 7.57, winning by 2.24 points.
Well, with 11 minutes remaining, I mean, there's tons of time. We've seen throughout the event where it can come down to the last minute. And we talked about Sam Bennett taking out Mike Stewart in that first round to get that 2nd place spot away from Mike Stewart in heat number 3 yesterday. And that was within the last minute of that heat. So anything is possible with 11 minutes to go. But Dallas Singer is holding steady with that 8 and 6 high-scoring waves. Look at Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo in the blue shirt, he's one of those guys that has those thankless jobs who actually works behind the scenes, making sure stuff gets delivered, make sure the bodyboarders are delivered, making sure the staff is delivered, and he has all the inside connections. And I will get his website. He does have surf camp down here and surf tours down here. I will make sure I get that to you next year. But I'm going to personally work with him to send bodyboarders down here to link up with him. So I will be putting together bodyboarding and surf tours through ffattrips.com, Fat Trips, which is my tour company that I have back in the U.S. So Yo-Yo is going to be my go-to guy here in Chile. And you'll have a great time no matter what. All right. Yeah, he is the man. Thank you, Yo-Yo. Again, thank you all for tuning in from all over the world. Clinton Cooper from Milan. Whoa. Good to have you tuning in from Milan. Liam in Melbourne. Brunswick, we have Jake in Nerbian. We have Emerson, Nas in Perth. Adriana, saludos from Holland. Yes, there are waves in Holland from what I hear. And Zach Dean coming in from Robe, South Oz. We all thank you all for tuning in. This is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge presented by BSC. And look at this, Eric out the back. Big waves coming in. Everybody's scratching. Who's going to get it?
Can't get onto it.
Nobody except for blue. Adam Morley on the right.
Here we go. He's drawing that high line. Looks like he's looking for a ball with heaps of speed. And he just pulls off the back.
Oh, no. Missed timing or just the lip wasn't there for Adam Morley in the blue. Woo. So, again, these rogue sets that come in from out of the deep just come in and catch a lot of these guys off guard. And they're sitting too far inside to turn around and actually catch the wave. And it looks like 1, maybe 2 waves are in that set. But in this case, only one of those came through. Well, Adam Morley once again.
Just coming out of the barrel there and, just decides to pull off there. And the weird thing about this reef here is you find when there is a bomb coming from out the back, you can't actually paddle that fast out to it because there's no water draining out like most of the reefs. Just say, like, for example, in Australia, a lot of the reefs seem to, the water drains out as you're paddling with it, as the wave's coming through. The waves just seem to just roll in. It's until it gets to that inside section and then when it gets really shallow. So it's really hard to predict when there's a big one coming through out there.
All right, you know what? Since we have this on our screen, I'm married, but are you single?
I have a girlfriend.
All right, so
Yeah.
what is your girlfriend thinking right now? Every time we show these images of the local ladies, the models, the fans, and she's probably
She's gonna be jealous, I think.
well. That's the thing about Arica. There's tons of beautiful females here that support bodyboarding, and also the sponsors are bringing out their models to come out and stretch their stuff wearing the sponsor
Yeah.
logos everywhere. So, do you want to say anything to your girlfriend now?
She definitely wouldn't be awake, but so yeah, just don't worry. I haven't been talking to any of the girls, and I can't speak Spanish anyway, so she already knows that. So there's nothing to be jealous about.
So, are you at the "I love you" stage yet of your relationship yet?
Yes.
All right. Well, you can throw that out. That'll work. Well, Eric Roy has been a good boy here, so don't worry about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here. Eric Roy and Manny Vargas holding it down.
Dave Hubbard.
Look at this. Sneaks under the pier. Look at that stall.
Stall.
Nice, clean wave riding right there from David Hubbard in yellow. Woo! Unbelievable. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just got handed an important piece of paper, and it says we will have a 5-minute break right after this heat. We do have 7 minutes remaining in this heat. Let me finish off with this replay of Dave Hubbard.
Dave Hubbard stalling in that pit, getting nice and deep. And it's a bit of a short ride there. He comes out with a spin in the pocket and just pulls off. Sick
Wow.
wave.
Unbelievable. Dave Hubbard is one of those all-round bodyboarders who can drop knee and prone like with the best
We
of
have
them.
Dallas.
Oh, nice
big
backflip
flip.
right there.
Just comes
Oh,
unstuck.
whoa. Dallas Singer going for the big backflip right there at the end of that bowl, but just becomes unglued. All right, so once again, let me give you the update. There will be a 5-minute break after this heat. The reason this round number 3 will be reseeded. We want to make sure there's a nice even spread of all the riders in round number 3, so there will be a 5-minute break to do so. And Eric and I will be online just, talking shop until that goes down. So another look inside of the competitors area. What's the vibe like over there? I have yet to get in there.
Yeah, it's just, it's pretty serious. Everyone's being pretty serious in there. And then you got Kingy coming in and just, throwing a few jokes around and keeping everyone smiling. But, yeah, it's just, it's good to be up there, with all the guys, all the bigwigs. And, yeah, so and you've got your Aussie section and then you've got your, the other sort of
The
national-
French, the Brazilians.
Yeah, and even the Chilean guys as well. So, as you can see all the Aussie guys. And it's out in the water, not too much happening out there.
5 minutes remaining, and this is where we're at.
So so Adam Morley in 4th place in the blue. So he needs an 8 to be in 2nd place. His best wave score is a 5.5 and a 4.67. Dave Hubbard in the yellow, he's in 3rd. He needs a 7.13 to be in 2nd. His best wave score is a 6.37 and a 5.6. Jared Houston in 2nd place in the red. Needs a 8.74 to be in 1st place. And with a 7 and a 6.5 is his best wave score with a 13.5 in total. And Dallas Singer in 1st. 8.17 and 7.57 are his best wave scores.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you just tuned in, this is the Stealth Arica Chilean Challenge. And I don't know if you can see it on our screen. The riders don't see it just yet. But look at that set coming in. There they go. They see it now. They're all going to get spread out, situated. Some are going to paddle to the right. Some are going to paddle to the left. And it looks like White, Dallas Singer taking a look on the left. But it is Adam Morley taking off on the first one. No, he pulls back on that right.
Here comes another bomb out the back, and it looks like we have Jared Houston paddling into that one.
Oh, slides under the lip. Can he? Yes, and quick little pocket ride or barrel ride right there for Jared Houston. Not much there. The bigger ones tend to have that happening unless they pass that outside section, come into the inside. Then you get a longer barrel, but
Yeah.
the bigger ones are not, because of the tide is so high.
Yeah,
Are not
they tend to
gonna-
break wider, and yeah.
Exactly. Woo. So how did you go in the competition? I know I watched your heat and talked about it, but bring everybody up to speed.
Yeah, so it was the last heat of the day. The waves were really slow.
The winds usually come up as well.
The winds did come up as well. It was a tough heat. I managed to get only one all right one, and then we just here we have a replay here of Jared Houston just sliding under the lip there, and it's a short one. He just comes out nice and clean there, and rides down the pocket there and just decides to pull off. So, but and then there was only a few minutes remaining, and just nothing that I needed, like a 6.7 to get through, and nothing came through that I could really get. I got one last wave in like the last 10 seconds, and all I fit in was just a roll. So I got a score of 5 point something or something like that. So unfortunately I didn't make it through.
But now you have some international, as far as being outside of Australia, experience under your belt, and that's always huge. Yeah. And tell me about the Latin American competitors, the Fierce.
They are, yeah. It's kind of different, not knowing, all the competitors, and they do tend to sit further out from you. But it's just in those rounds that there's no what do we call it? Priority. So there's you just got to be smart. You got to sit in the right places, and with the peak, it's just, since it's a reef, obviously it's just got the one peak. It's hard to sort of sit in another area than anyone else. So you've just got to get lucky, and with where you're sitting in those non-priority rounds. Here we have Red sniffing on that one, just decides to pull off there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining.
And then we have a bomb coming out the back, and we're having... No, Adam Morley pulls off, and Jared Houston in the red decides to go to the left.
Nice, Jared Houston.
Nice inside barrel.
Not really much there, though. No. The high tide is really making it difficult to pick off the right waves that are actually going to barrel all the way through the inside and give you that inside bowl section for a big lip maneuver. But it's totally different from what we saw early in the morning with the tide coming up a lot onto the reef. It's just changing the whole strategy of a lot of these riders. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. Shane Riley, South Africa. Thank you, Brew. Armando from the Netherlands. Guten Tag. Is that right? Guten Tag is Netherlands, or?
I'm not 100%.
Yeah, sorry, Armando. How do you say welcome in Netherlands? Dave Hubbard, up and riding.
Here we have him scooping. That one's a small one. That's an inside one. He scoops into the barrel and comes out with a big backflip.
There it is. Dave Hubbard was searching for 7.66 in the last 2 minutes. Look at that, just bobbing and weaving through the rocks. And that's what we're talking about, people, when we say they have to come in on the rocks, and they're doing these maneuvers literally just inches above the reef. And David Hubbard, unbelievably, pulls off a gigantic big move. Now the question is, did Jerry